Hello everyone, and welcome to the second half of anatomy. This is AMP 2, and it is actually an online course that is both the lecture and the lab. The lab portion is mainly going to be you doing some interactive lessons and taking some exams, but there's everything that you will need to prepare yourself for those. The purpose of this video is to kind of get you started. Now, if you're watching this video, it is actually at the top of this page, but I did want to go through a few things with you. I'll start with the grading. There is a late assignment policy for everything, and it's not about punishing people. It really is not. I get no pleasure from any of that. It is, however, to make a class go smoothly, and deadlines are good. Deadlines give student motivation and allows a class to be organized. I've tried classes with all kinds of different due dates. I did one in the fall, and with the different late assignment policy, it doesn't work great. And so this is the new late assignment policy. 1 day late is 20 points off any assignment, whatever it is. 2 days late is 10, and then after the second day, nothing will be accepted. That is no exceptions, of course. And like I said, it's not about punishment. It's almost impossible to do a class without due dates, especially a course like this. So here's the grading scale. This class is combined. It's a 4-hour course. You get 1 grade. The lecture portion is broken down like this. You're going to be taking quizzes. They are 60% of the grade. Lessons that are interactive, you can do those as many times as you want to get 100. You can do those as many times as you want. You can't do that with any other assignments. And you have 2 exams, a midterm and a final, that are worth 30%. Now, in the lab exams are 85, lessons are 15. And the lessons are the same. You can do them as many times as you wish until you get 100. And the overall grade breakdown, the lecture portion will count 55% because you have more assignments in that. And the lab portion will count 45%. So that's a good starting place. On the assignments, if you want to, I think most people know this. This is a 16-week course. Here's the breakdown of all the quizzes and lecture. Here's the breakdown of all the assignments, like, lessons. Here's the 2 exams. Here's the things in lab. And the reason I have this here is you want to, if you're confused about, oh my gosh, what have I done so far? Or where am I? Well, this is the order everything's going to go in. These are all the assignments. All right, I'm going to go back. Some course information outlines, like this, for instance, talks about the textbook, which we have a tab for that. So under the overview, kind of took a lot of things out. Once again, here's the late assignment policy, just to give you a reminder. But if you're doing this course, you're going to have to use either Firefox or Google Chrome. Now, some of these lessons may say something about a Flash player. Ignore that. Adobe Flash was something that was used to make video games and interactive videos on a computer. It actually ended December 31st, 2020, and so it's no longer available. So if you see that in a lesson to download the Flash player, please ignore that. But Google Chrome is what is suggested to use through Blackboard. I happen to use Firefox. It seems to work fine, but it is recommended either one will work fine. The other browsers are simply too slow to support Blackboard. Now, I'm going to go to schedule. This is very important. Here's the lecture and the lab assignments, and here is a general idea of when they're due. Now, I'll get to the actual specific thing in a minute. So you're starting with the endocrine system, and you're going to go all the way through reproduction. Week 15, there is the last lab exam, nothing really going on in lecture, and then here's the comprehensive final, and I'll have to take this out. I don't know what that is. Yeah, all assignments are due by the Sunday midnight due date, and this is very important, and I will bold this. The My Grades tab has the very specific due dates. And that means the exact date, and they're all due by midnight. But here's the breakdown each week. And I'm going to put a video at the top of each week. Here's what you're doing. Here's what you need to look at. You can see the lab, the first couple of weeks, it's mainly you just kind of going over the material. And then the first lab exam is not till week 4. That gives you a chance to work on the lecture stuff. And then vice versa. You know, there are weeks where you have things going on in lab and maybe nothing in lecture. Okay, so here's the schedule. Now, as far as textbooks go, you're not required to purchase anything. This is considered optional. It's the OpenStax textbook. And anyway, that's right now trying to keep the cost minimal. And this is a good way of doing it. So there is an online website you can go to. You can get portions of this book if you want to read with no charge. If you do buy one, they range from $30 to $40, maybe $50 in a bookstore. Okay, last thing on this. Now, as far as Instructor Office, here are the office hours. You might check back for that depending on what goes on. But here is the main email address. If you want to get a hold of me, that's the best way to do it. You can message me through the course messages here. And there's also an email. In fact, right now, you don't actually have, the course is not available. But when you first open this up, you're going to see this. What you were seeing was my view. But here's the My Grades, the email. And like I said, I'm going to click on it. Look, it has all of the assignments. There's the due date underneath. It says upcoming. When you complete something, it will either say submitted or done, complete. But you can see here's the whole list of everything, and it has the exact due date. Now here's the overall average in the course. Here's the lecture part, and then down here would be where the lab stuff is calculated, but the overall means your average in the entire course. Lab and lecture merged together. Very important. If you're ever wondering when is something due, the My Grades tab has that. Okay, I'm going to click on this. Now, this is going to pop up the first couple of weeks just to remind you about late assignments, but here is the lecture tab, and here's the lab tab. Now, by the time this is available, there will be a video at the top here. And it's going to go through how to do everything. And the end of the, right before the semester starts, I will open up the first week. You being AMP2 students, you either have taken this online or you're familiar with how our schedule works, and we'll get started. All right? So, just at the beginning, just kind of get familiar with the schedule, things like that, and check back under the week 1 tab. And I also will each week send out an announcement about what's going on that week. And I'm going to leave them open. So if you're ever wondering, you can always go back and check, and I will title it week 1, week 2, and that way you can find it. All right? Thank you for registering, and I hope you have a great day.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.